Hello, everybody. My name is Kayla Donahue, and today I am going to be discussing how littering is directly affecting the sea turtle population. So, about a few years back, I was riding with a friend and we had stopped to get fast food. Well, at the time, I had finished my meal and I all of a sudden wound down the window and tossed my trash out the window. And I distinctively remember my friend looking at me in disbelief that I had just littered. And at that moment, I did not think twice about what harm it could have on the environment or how my actions were directly impacting basically animals at the time. So fast forward, here I am today living in South Florida, and we are blessed to have beautiful beaches, right? Well, after doing a little bit of research, I have discovered a couple of neat facts. One being, did you know that over 100 million marine animals are killed each year due to plastic debris from littering in the ocean? With this statistic, including sea turtles. Now, living in South Florida, one thing I do not take for granted is the beautiful beaches, right? We live in some of the most tropical places on the face of the earth. Well, littering is one of the main causes in the decline of sea turtle population, which in turn would have a negative impact on humans. However, we as humans do have the ability to help control this situation by preventing littering. So today I am going to talk about the several reasons why sea turtles are indeed impacted by littering, which then also affects seagrass beds as well as our beautiful beaches. So, littering is directly impacting the sea turtle population because many turtles are killed by ingesting the plastic in the litter. Typically, the plastic can be in plastic bottles, balloons, garbage, and we don't think anything of it. We're not directly, a lot of times, putting it right in the ocean, but simply a lot of times the plastic from the land will go into streams, rivers, and eventually find its way into the ocean. So then what happens when a sea turtle is coming along? Typically, the plastic will break down into smaller pieces that the sea turtle then ingests. As a result, what happens is sea turtles, in all actuality, have downward facing spines in their throats, which prevent them from regurgitating food and then in turn prevents them from swallowing anything else because the plastic is stuck in their throat. So what happens is they eventually wind up starving and dying. In addition, by ingesting the litter and the plastic, these plastic contains very harmful toxins. So a lot of times when the sea turtles are digesting this littering that us humans are contributing to, the sea turtles all of a sudden have gases trapped in their body. So what happens is either one, they starve as well, or a lot of times with the gas, they'll float to the top of the ocean, which makes it basically more susceptible to predators to see them when they're floating on the top, as opposed to when they're in the middle of the ocean, they're camouflaged. So basically, they are an easier target for predators to spot, and each result, whether they swallow it or they can eat or they are ate by another predator, it means that they're dying off. Due to a decline in sea turtles from littering, this also directly hinders the seagrass beds from growing. Seagrass beds are declining due to the diminishing population of the sea turtles. So basically, just kind of like regular grass, the grass at the bottom of the ocean has to be cut as well. There's only very few animals that take care of this, which sea turtles being one of them. So what happens is seagrass is important because it promotes the breeding and developmental ground for many species of fish and shellfish that we humans eat. So if sea turtles are not able to eat the grass, then not as many species are growing, and marine species are what humans eat. So what happens is if sea turtles become extinct, and as everybody may have heard of the word extinct, this means the last of the kind to die off. What happens is that they are not able to eat the seagrass, and some of the levels of the food chain eventually die out because the fish that feed off of the grass are no longer. So what this means is that typically if one species of the food chain go extinct, the rest will follow. Unfortunately, us as humans, we are in the middle of the food chain. So this is why, even though we do not stop on a daily basis and think about the sea turtles, typically it does directly impact us. In addition to the sea turtle population having an effect on seagrass beds, the sea turtle population also has a direct impact on beaches. Beaches and sand dunes do not typically get many nutrients during the year, resulting in very little vegetation growing on the dunes and actually none on the beach itself. So sea turtles, as we know, they lay their eggs on the beaches and lower dunes to nest and lay their eggs. Approximately, sea turtles lay around 100 eggs in a nest and lay between 3 and 7 nests during the summer nesting season, which result in a lot of unhatched eggs and trapped hatchling and are a very good source of nutrients for those sand dunes and the beaches. One may wonder, why are nutrients really important for beaches? Well, what it amounts to is stronger vegetation grows due to nutrients, which in turn then protect the beaches from erosion. If sea turtles become extinct, there would be no increase or there would be an increase in erosion, which could eventually mean the beaches would be non-existent. So in conclusion, what this means is without our beaches, the lovely vacation or beach days or fishing that we simply enjoy getting a tan could come to an end, and humans would be directly impacted in a lot of the activities that we love to do on the beach. So in conclusion, littering affects sea turtles directly, which in turn have a negative impact on seagrass and beaches. So I want to leave everybody with this one last thought. Please do not be a part of the 80% of plastic that comes from land and washes out to our beaches. In some areas, the buildup of plastic is estimated to a span of 5 million square miles, which is equivalent to the source of India. So I want to leave everybody on this thought. Whenever you are at the grocery store the next time, please reduce, reuse, and recycle plastic bags, and instead possibly use cloth bags, and do not litter so we can save the sea turtle population.